Alright, well I said that I would do a video on me installing the power steering. I had to put this off. I went for my first ride with manual steering, but now I've got power steering. I got me another steering wheel, Pro Armor steering wheel, and this is the plug for the 12 volt supply to the motor. This is the 12 volt AC switch that has to run off of the key. This is the adjustment that gives you, your a little bit of power steering or a lot of power steering. I found I just run it maxed out all the time. This is the box that I order online from Portugal. This actually sends the signal to the unit through these two wires. Well, there's just two out of two wires there that go to this box. So you have, let me get this around here. You have your 12 volt power for the motor, and then this is your control voltage and your where it feeds the signal in. I got my adapters made to go to the column. Let me get it situated in here, and then I'll give you a picture of how it goes in. These two goes between the steering wheel column and the rack and pinion U-joint, and then there's a pin that goes through here and a pin that goes through here that locks it. Let me get that far and then I'll show you. Okay, so far I've got my had a bushing in here to go from whatever this metric size is up to 3/4 for my U-joint, and I make this so that I can remove it. This is going to have it's a A-grade 1/4 inch bolt. I'll double nut this so it don't back off. Same thing up here. I can pull this bolt out and then I can take this unit off, but I got to get things plugged in and silicone, sealed with silicone, and then we'll test it. I got the screw in here for the stop so that it's captured. It can't pivot back and forth because it has to torque. And then there's the other one over there. I get the silicone sealed on this box. I'll just silicone this box right to the cover on that. That's the control unit. But let me get some wires on here and then we'll show you how it works. Okay, got everything neatened up here. I still don't have it siliconed, but I got power supplies coming in. This is my control wires that tell it that it's steering. This is the box that's the brain of the operations. Around here, this is the on and off accessory switch. I mean, I can run it off the key and just leave the switch on, but and then this is how strong a throw it is. Now I'm gonna switch the switch off. I'll hit the key. Okay, now it's like this is pretty stiff to steer right now. Now, when I flip the switch, it clicks, powers up, and now it is easy enough that I can actually steer it by turning the hub. That's how easy it steers. And this is just the greatest thing since sliced bread as far as I'm concerned. So now I got power steering. I endured one ride with manual steering and that was enough. And got me a nice suede steering wheel, which is probably going to look pretty funky once it gets mud and dust and dirt on it, but that's the power steering. The only thing I got left is to silicone it up so that the water don't get in it, and then I'm going to put some kind of a cover. I'll probably use this same plastic I used here just to keep the water off of it, because there's going to be mud flying in there when I'm riding. But I know you guys, some of you guys wanted to see how the power steering worked. When you get that unit, originally, this is one of the old ones that I had. Those shafts are really long. This one went bad because this electric control unit, I was coming home after every ride and I was hosing the bike down. Well, that thing's supposed to live under the dash of a car and not in a four-wheeler. So I was getting water inside it and it fried the circuit boards in it. So it just quit working. So I did salvage this motor. You know, it's still a good motor. But, yeah, the electronics inside are junk. That's it. Hope to go riding maybe tomorrow and Sunday, so we'll give it the old test drive. Thanks for all you guys watching, and I really appreciate all the questions. Tried to get everything, all your questions answered. I'm way better at building these things than I am videoing and editing, so I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks. Bye.